Welcome back. Julie, I want to talk about some of the wealth trends that you and the team at Edward Jones are noticing, right? Because, 10, maybe 15 years ago, typically a transfer of wealth happened when someone, say, passed away. And as you've noted, just before the commercial break, the gifting is happening sooner. So what sort of trends are you seeing right now?
Yeah, so I'll take you through three big ones. First, so as you mentioned, the shift to giving in life rather than at death. So traditionally, old rules of thumb would have said that assets are transferred, top down at death. We're now seeing people gifting or having the desire to gift in life rather than at death. And the two most likely factors that influence this are people want to ensure that their inheritance is distributed without conflict. So the way that they envision it, they want to be here to oversee it. And there's an immediate financial need. So if their, children or parents are buying a home now or have financial uncertainty that requires them to need additional funds now, why wait until they die to make that gift? Why not help them out right now?
Okay. How has, are you seeing some sort of a trend in terms of just because of the pandemic, the type of gifting that they're giving and the amount that they're giving?
We have no data on the amount that they're giving. We're assuming when we talk about gifts that they're large, but we don't have any data on the specific amounts.
Okay. I'm assuming that there is some hesitancy because, I hear this quite a bit. It's like we want a gift and it's important to gift based on our values. The concern that comes up often is how much should I gift to make sure that I'm okay? Do you see that?
Absolutely. And so we're actually seeing year over year, so from this time last year, a reduction in life gifts or the willingness to make them, specifically with older Canadians. So younger Canadians are actually still leading the way with making these gifts, but older Canadians are starting to pull back. And the number one reason for that, about half of them said that they're concerned that it could risk their finances in the future. So their own finances. If I make this gift now, am I going to be okay? We're also seeing other reasons. So tax reasons are stopping them. They sometimes think that the recipients don't need these gifts right away. And in some cases, they say the recipients don't deserve the gifts. But the biggest showstopper there is the concern for their own finances. And this is a real thing with high inflation, with rising interest rates, with market volatility and longevity. This together is a recipe for uncertainty, and uncertainty equals risks, and Canadians want to mitigate that risk where they can.
Yeah. Julie, the reason I do this show is I really try to hammer in the importance of financial planning. And I know you and I are on the same page. It's not just about investing. It's not just about budgeting, but you have to look at the whole picture. And legacy protection is a big piece. And, when you mentioned that people want to gift without conflict, and yet 50 to 60% of people don't have wills, right? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on wills and estate planning is this is very important. This is where you get to sit down and say, here's what I want to happen when I die. And it's also an important way to reflect on if you need to wait until you die to do this, right? So some people may think they need to hang on to these funds and may realize if they go through and do an estate plan that they may not need to hang on to these funds. This is the part of the plan where you determine how much you think you're going to have when you die, and that's where you can realize that what are your goals now and what are your estate planning goals, and then you can help time those for when makes the most sense to you.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for those who are looking to do a wealth transfer, young and old? What are the couple of things that they need to think about? I mean, you mentioned some.
Yeah, I'd say wealth transfer on both ends is goals-based. So some people, it is their goal to gift funds, whether it's to charity, to a family member, or to a friend. And for some people, they have a financial goal and they need financial assets to meet that goal. So it's goals-based both ways. And so my advice is, your situation is unique and specific and special, and you need to determine what you want and when you want it. And that's what planning is all about, right? It's planning for the uncertainty. It's finding a way to make it happen, whether you're alive or when you die. Nobody can do this for you because nobody has the exact same situation as you. So sit down and figure out, what it is that your goal is, and then what you need or can give to be able to meet that goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And the advice and the engagement and the way the younger generation, what they want is often different from what their parents or their grandparents want.